Chapter 1. Backstory. It was Special Investigation Team Chief D. Karthikeyan who was given the task to track down the killers of Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi. When he flew into Chennai from Hyderabad on May 24, 1991, 3 days after the assassination of the 40-year-old Prime Minister, he kept thinking,
what if I fail to solve this case?
He feared he would end up like the investigators of US President John F. Kennedy's assassination, whose masterminds were never caught. Karthikeyan knew he had an arduous task ahead of interrogating hundreds of people, studying thousands of pages, decoding tons of wireless transmissions, and viewing over 400 hours of videotaped material. Added to that would be innumerable pesky callers trying to get into the limelight by passing on irrelevant information. Karthikeyan reached the cordoned off crime scene directly from the airport and immediately got a breakthrough.
Jai Hind sir, I got this Chinon camera from the blast site. Develop the reel and find out what you get. And find the photographer.
Unfortunately for Karthikeyan, the photographer also died in the blast. But before dying, he had clicked 10 photographs, which forensic expert P. Chandrasekharan developed using skull photo superimposition technique to identify the suicide bomber Dhanu. The photographer happened to be one S. Haribabu, a Chennai-based sympathizer of the Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam, a rebel Tamil group in Sri Lanka that was waging a violent war against the island nation's Sinhalese government for a separate country, Tamil Eelam, in the 1980s. It started in 1983 when Sinhalese mobs hunted the impoverished Tamils that led to deadly riots. The resultant havoc led to Lankan Tamil refugees streaming into India and bringing their strife here with them. Received arms training to become LTTA cadres as the villages on the outskirts of Tamil Nadu turned into secret camps, ironically supported by Rajiv's mother Indira Gandhi in a quest to use Tamil militancy as a weapon to keep Sri Lanka in check. But Rajiv Gandhi invited the leader of LTTE, Vellupillai Prabhakaran, to New Delhi in July of 1987 and spoke of his intention to find a solution to the crisis, even offering the rebel leader,
Here, take my bulletproof jacket and I will make lasting peace for Tamils.
Next, Rajiv Gandhi and Sri Lankan President J.R. Jayawardene signed an accord on July 29, 1987.
India will send a peacekeeping force, IPKF, to Sri Lanka. However, we have no intention of taking over your country.
Big Brother India had got involved and everyone thought their problems would be solved. But each assumed the solution would be different, a recipe for disaster. I will get my Eelam. I will subdue Prabhakaran.
I will be called a peacemaker and win the Nobel.
Rajiv Gandhi should have seen the writing on the wall way back when he signed the accord in July 1987, when during a viewing parade of a Naval Guard of Honor, a Sri Lankan sailor tried to assault him with a rifle butt. By 1989-90, the next president Rana Singhe Premadasa treacherously cooperated with its enemy LTTE, providing arms, cash and logistical support to remove IPKF. Sure enough, the IPKF mission fell apart as the LTTE turned against India when thousands of its cadres were killed by the peacekeeping force. An angry Prabhakaran not just wanted revenge but was wary when opinion polls predicted Rajiv's victory in the 1991 general elections in India. Though IB was able to intercept many messages, and RAW also got field letters showing LTTE cells moving explosives and cadres, Rajiv was a sitting duck after his Special Protection Group cover was withdrawn after losing power in 1989. Though on May 21, 1991 evening, as his plane from Hyderabad to Madras developed a snag, for a brief moment it felt luck might save him. However, it got fixed in an hour and he was so happy that he himself flew the plane to Chennai. Unfortunately, in his rallies, Rajiv Gandhi flouted security protocols, mingling freely with the crowds, perhaps to be seen as an Aam Aadmi politician in that era, eventually culminating in the assassination of Rajiv Gandhi to avenge the death of their comrades. Chapter 2. The Unraveling. According to Edmund Locard's exchange principle of investigative theory, all criminals leave their pug marks, inadvertently or otherwise, at the site of their crimes. Actor Iftikhar in the Hindi film Ittifaq made this line famous.
आप ये भूल गए कि कातिल हमेशा कत्ल का कोई न कोई सबूत छोड़ जाता है.
And this was the case with the LTTE as well, which as a policy documented and recorded all its operations and hired Hari Babu to film the assassination. With security now on full alert, 2 days later, Tamil Nadu police flagged down a young man for overspeeding his bike near Vedaranyam town. Identified from his accent as a Sri Lankan Tamil, he was questioned.
Interrogation sessions dragged on for long periods, but he didn't crack, not a word, because LTT operatives weren't ordinary killers. They were fanatical cadres, ideologically brainwashed for silence. But obviously, this was no ordinary case, and the SIT team felt the full heat of public anger and political pressure, reportedly compelled them to use third-degree methods.
And spilled all when confronted with the photos.
Who is this one-eyed man? Our mission head, Sivarasan.
It was he that led a top-secret 9-member assassination squad from Jaffna, comprising of 2 suicide bombers, a wireless operator, Hawala operator, driver and intelligence agents to kill Rajiv Gandhi. He told the investigation team how he was given a piece of paper before he left.
Here, take this and call up this number when you reach.
He told them how they reached Kodikarai on the Tamil Nadu coast on 1st of May 1991. And what happened after he dialed the number that was given to him. Nalini Sriharan, an Indian citizen, was at work in a private firm when she got the call.
Hello?
She was the lover of Murugan, a LTTE member whom she later married. Murugan was sent to India by the LTTE leader Pottu Amman, entrusted with the job of drawing sketches and taking photographs and videos of key locations. Nalini hosted the 2 LTTE women suicide bombers, Shubha and Dhanu, and even accompanied them to buy the loose clothes they would need for the assassination, under which they would wear the explosive-laden belt. 3 weeks later, on May 21st, a human bomb, Dhanu, wearing a bomb belt inside her salwar kameez, assassinated Rajiv Gandhi. Post the assassination, Subha Sundaram, Hari Babu's one-time mentor, contacted his father.
Destroy all of his letters.
But they did not listen to her, and instead one day, SIT headquarters received a neatly packed envelope. Inside it were all of Hari Babu's documents that he had kept in his room that revealed the names of Murugan and Nalini's brother, Bhagyananthan. The suspects were by now all on the run, trying to find their way back to Sri Lanka. But the SIT was hot on their heels. On June 10th, Robert Pius, the second of the 9-member hit squad, was arrested. A day later, Perarivalan, alias Arivu, who had supplied 2 9-volt batteries used in the belt bomb, was caught from his Chennai home. Bhagyananthan and his mother Padma, who were arrested the same day based on Hari Babu's documents, revealed even more information, which led to the arrest of smuggler N. Shanmugam, whose men had received the hit squad on May 1st. A raid on his premises recovered 121 cases of high explosives and wireless equipment, and also revealed LTTE's weapons shipping routes into Tamil Nadu. 2 letters written by Dhanu and Subha a week after they landed in Tamil Nadu confirmed that LTTE were the masterminds of the operation, and that none other than LTTE Supremo V. Prabhakaran, the very person whom Rajiv Gandhi had given his bulletproof jacket to, had him killed. Only 2 senior people within the organization knew of the plan: Intelligence Chief Pottu Amman and Deputy Chief of its Women's Intelligence Wing, Akhila, to whom Dhanu's and Shubha's letters were addressed.
Dear Akila, we will remain steadfast until our mission is accomplished. We will wait for the right opportunity.
The letters explicitly described a test run of their assassination plan at Prime Minister VP Singh's rally in Chennai 2 days earlier. Nalini and Murugan's luck ran out on June 15th when they were both apprehended from Chennai's Saidapet bus stand. A month later, the SIT led by Radha Vinod Raju burst into the house of a LTTA sympathizer in Pambal on the outskirts of Chennai and arrested Chinna Santhani just as he was reaching for the cyanide capsule and overpowered him. He was the 3rd member of the 9-man squad to be arrested. Meanwhile, wireless operator Nehru alias Nero alias Gokul was regularly in touch with his LTTE bosses via radio. SIT even intercepted their communications several times, but the triangulation equipment could not provide a precise location. They were being hidden in Pollachi by S. Shanmuga Vadivellu alias Thambiana, a staunch LTTE supporter who financed the hit squad.
More and more intense interrogation followed, more third-degree methods for days to come. Allegedly, even threats of sexual violence and humiliation to female accused. which put psychological pressure on the men to blurt it all out. All of which has even been shown in the web series The Hunt.
However, SIT officials denied.
We used only legitimate techniques. Even the courts praised our investigation. Yet, One-Eyed Jack, the mastermind Sivarasan, evaded the investigators. He was a rare Sri Lankan Tamil with an Indian Tamil accent, helping him blend in the society. Between September 1990 and May 1991, he had done his homework, building a network of sympathizers and safe houses. Now, he was easily changing his secret hideouts every few days, spinning a web of confusion. Then deploying multiple lookalikes in the city, a bald Hindu priest, a turban Sikh, a Muslim cleric, a Catholic priest, a smokescreen that put investigators in a tizzy. And knowing that the coast would be swarming with security forces to block the prominent Vidaranyam Jaffna route to Sri Lanka, he waited, he calculated, stayed right under the nose of the SIT. But by August, with SIT hot on their trails, Sivarasan, Subha and Nehru hid inside an empty petrol tanker and left Chennai for Bangalore. Though SIT chanced upon a piece of paper from a dead body of a cadre carrying the words Anjanappa Putanahali, that led Bangalore police to Anjanappa, a bank employee who had rented his property in Konanakunte near Puttanahalli to none other than Sivarasan. Even after knowing the location, there were coordination issues between SIT and Bangalore police, who also wanted to take the credit.
But the SIT team tracked them there based on a tape, and on August 18 surrounded their Bangalore bungalow hideout.
Worse was that even though the NSG commandos had cordoned off and were ready to storm the house, Major A.K. Ravindran got a call. "Nothing should be done till I reach the spot. We need more people." "But we are ready, sir. Loss of time would prove costly." While the commandos waited for 30 hours for permission from higher-ups from Delhi. Crowds had gathered around the house, making it a full-on tamasha. Yet, Sivarasan knew that he was cornered and his game was over when a truck loaded with logs got stuck in a slush near the house, almost looking like a decoy. Sivarasan lost his nerve and there was a brief heated exchange of fire.
Ready for just such an eventuality, they all bit the poison pill from their locket and preferred to commit suicide than be caught alive. All but the one-eyed Jack Sivarasan, who shot himself with a 9mm pistol. With his death, 6 of the 9 main conspirators had either been apprehended, killed or committed suicide. The other 3 were caught about a year later.
But why the long wait? Could catching him alive and interrogating him reveal uncomfortable truths about LTTE sympathizers in India? Though in a carefully concealed cavity beneath a kitchen floor tile, SIT did discover Sivarasan's notebook at a different LTTE safe house in Chennai, with meticulous records about planning and execution of the assassination, including code names, details of safe houses, meetings, payments made to operatives, and lists of Indian and Sri Lankan contacts. Also revealing that Sivarasan had visited Sweden, Singapore, Saudi, France and the UAE between 1989 and 91 to get help from LTTE sympathizers. There was a plan B as well. Another human bomb and a guardian was sent to Delhi to plan an assassination there, but they were also arrested in July. Various commissions were appointed. The 1992 J.S. Verma Commission was the first that, in addition to highlighting the dilution of SPG cover and failure of Tamil Nadu police, also reported about bickering in the government's cabinet over expenses and the need of SPG for an ex-PM. K. Raghuthaman, Chief Investigating Officer, alleged to the commission. A crucial videotape evidence showing Dhanu the bomber in the VIP enclosure was taken by IB but never given to SIT. Then the 1996 Jain Commission indicted Karunanidhi's DMK government for facilitating LTTE activities in Tamil Nadu, which made Congress withdraw support from I.K. Gujral's United Front government at the centre in November 1997.
8 years later in 1999, a 3-judge bench of the Supreme Court in a split 2:1 decision confirmed a 1997 Tada Court judgment that all 7 main conspirators, including Nalini, Murugan, Santhan and Perarivalan, be given death.
But none of them were hanged. They were all released. How? Why? Almost a decade later in March 2008, Rajiv's daughter Priyanka Gandhi visited Vellore jail to meet Nalini, seeking closure on her father's untimely death.
Tell me about my father's assassination.
As Nalini spoke, Priyanka wept. In her autobiographical book, Rajiv Gandhi Assassination, Hidden Truths and the Meeting Between Nalini and Priyanka, Nalini claims,
I was unaware of the assassination plot. I was pregnant and finally seeing my baby's name.
Before this, Karunanidhi's DMK government in Tamil Nadu, who had always held a soft corner for the Tamilians in Sri Lanka, soon after the judgment, officially requested the president via the Tamil Nadu governor to commute Nalini's death sentence to life imprisonment. Surprisingly, Sonia Gandhi also supported the move when she met with President K.R. Narayan in November 1999.
Our family does not want another child to be orphaned.
Referring to Nalini's daughter Harita, after which in 2004, the Supreme Court commuted Nalini's death sentence to life. Eventually, the death sentences of all 7 were also commuted to life. Nalini now lives in the UK with her husband Murugan and their daughter, who wants her parents
to be with her forever.
Of the total 41 accused, 12 were dead, 3, Prabhakaran, Pottu Aman and Akila were missing, while the balance 26 were brought to trial. 18 of them convicted of lesser crimes were freed after having spent 8 years in prison. 1 was acquitted and the last 7 received presidential pardons, which is nothing but a travesty of justice, especially for killing an ex-prime minister of the country.
Bisbo's limerick. A leader cut down in his prime by hatred, by ruthless design. The tricolour wept, though silence it kept, his name carved in India's shrine. You will also find these sources listed in our video description section.